Hey, take a second and breathe with me, because I want to walk you through what it really feels like to live with the CLX Set every single day, not just read the spec sheet and imagine the performance. This system is for the person who doesn't do halfway anymore. The person who knows they thrive when their tools match their ambition. If you're someone who sees power as a reflection of identity, not ego, but standard, this machine feels like it was built for you from the ground up. While you're listening, check the price and stock. Systems at this tier move unpredictably. You know that moment when your old setup finally shows its limits. For me, it was when heavy projects lagged for seconds at a time, or when a match would stutter right as everything depended on precision. And switching to the CLX felt like stepping out of a cramped room into open air. That i9 doesn't hesitate. The 5070 doesn't blink. And the mix of 2 TB NVMe plus 6 TB of raw storage makes it feel like you can take on anything without ever deleting a thing. The emotional relief is almost physical. You launch your game and it just opens. No hum, no pause, no build-up. Editing becomes smooth instead of stressful. Even everyday tasks feel tighter and faster because the whole system responds like it already knows what you're trying to do. You stop accommodating your hardware, and your confidence changes because of that. Real-life use becomes this rhythm. High FPS gaming where everything feels anchored and controlled. Multitasking across dozens of windows with no drop in momentum. Dropping huge files into your timeline and watching the scrubbing stay buttery. Even long sessions stay cool because the 360mm I/O doesn't let heat hijack your performance. It all adds up to this feeling of being in sync with your machine instead of wrestling with it. If you're curious, check the current price now. Big builds tend to jump without warning. You might be wondering if 64 GB is too much, or whether the storage is overkill, or if the power draw makes sense long term. But the moment you push this system, really push it, those doubts evaporate. The surprise benefit is the headroom. You can stack tasks, games, streams, renders, mods, and everything stays stable. That margin of strength is what keeps you flowing without fear of limits. And the pride of ownership hits differently here. You don't feel like someone trying to stay relevant anymore. You feel like someone who invests in capability, someone who expects smoothness, expects power, expects speed. That identity shift is real. You get deeper worlds with zero hesitation, faster reaction windows that let you play more aggressively, massive storage that frees your workflow, instant responsiveness that rewires your momentum, and that quiet satisfaction of knowing you finally upgraded to something worthy of your pace. The only downside is the footprint. It demands some space, and after experiencing this level of speed, slower systems feel frustrating fast. At some point, the comparison loop becomes noise. You already know which machine feels like the one you've been imagining for months. If this is the upgrade you've been circling around, check the link, look at the price while it's still steady, and make the call. You'll feel the difference the moment it powers on.